it lately. It's time to start all over and go for it. 'Cause they don't even know me yet. But that's something I don't regret. Every night I close my eyes and see only love into dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. That's all I got. What can I say with a million things I can't erase? Million people I can't save. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. Don't wanna wake up. Tell me that you can see what I see, feeling wrapped up in the warmth of Sunday memories. But I don't even know what's next. But all I know is step by step. But then again, I don't wanna wait for bliss when all I really need is only love into dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo. I just sleepwalk.
Hello everyone, it's Alex on the block and welcome to a new reading vlog. So first things first, I want to talk about the book that I most recently read, which was Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Hello everyone, so the camera cut off while I was filming me talking about Malibu Rising, so I figured I'll just talk about it in the voiceover. So essentially, I read Malibu Rising and I had pretty high expectations for it since I loved Taylor Jenkins Reid's other books, Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and the Six. Unfortunately, Malibu Rising was not it for me. I just didn't care about the characters. Like, I don't care that much about them as I did the characters of the said books, like her previous books. And yeah, it was really disappointing that I did not like that book. And then by the end, there were chapters for random characters, and I just didn't get why the author would include that. I don't think it added anything substantial to the story. And so, yeah, it was just quite disappointing. Hello friends, so it's the evening now and the lighting is quite weird because I have this thing. Anyway, so earlier I started reading this Human Acts by Han Kang, and this is the book that I got from the mail and I started it right away. And it's really freaking good so far. It's pretty short, but it discusses like the political climate of South Korea in the 80s, I believe. And yeah, when I posted this on Instagram, a lot of people have actually messaged me that I would cry reading this book. So from my understanding, this book delves into how South Korea achieved its now like democracy and pretty good economy. Like, it shows how harrowing the events that took place in the past were. So before Korea has become known as the Korea it is now, like very clean, very advanced, stuff like that, there was a lot of these uprisings, I believe, and the author grew up in Gwangju in Korea. And basically, I think there was this massacre of students in that part of Korea, and that's a very difficult topic to read about, but it does happen and it does deserve space in the literary world to just be able to translate these events and how harrowing they are, because they are really disturbing and they were really like gross human acts that happen to these people. And actually my friend Jury, they messaged me saying that this book has a lot of parallels with how it is in the Philippines, like our country. And it really is, because from the start of this book it delves into like student protests, student uprising and stuff like that. And obviously that happens here as well. And I believe there's also a story here about censorship, and it still happens. And you would think that for such a gross act of these people in power that a lot of people in the whole world would know about it, but actually it doesn't get talked about enough. So for here, like the Gwangju massacre, and here in the Philippines a lot of people don't know about the martial law. Even what's happening now, there are a lot of students, like every time I go to our university, there's this poster of this alumni of our university who is still missing. So that's it's very emotional and something that shouldn't happen. But yeah, it happens, and it's great to see that those kinds of stories have space in literature, so more people would know about it. So yeah, that's where we are with reading. And tomorrow is actually Lunar New Year here in the Philippines. Well, some other countries have celebrated it already. Not sure. But yeah, here Lunar New Year is officially tomorrow, and so I don't know if I will be able to read that much, because I will be preparing some rice cakes. That's not a cake. Just preparing Lunar New Year food. And yeah, we have noodles, we have rice things, we have niangao, which is tikoy if you're from the Philippines. So yeah, that's the plan. See you when I see you. Happy Lunar New Year! It's the year of the tiger. It's my year. I'm the year of the tiger. Water tiger, I believe. It's water tiger this year. And water tiger on my year. But yeah. Tiger. Hello everyone, happy year of the water tiger. It's like 9 a.m. now, and I have to pick up some Shanghai. What do you call it in English? Lumpiang Shanghai, and some kiat, which are oranges, tangerines, like small tangerines. And so yeah, it's quite hot, so I'll probably remove my jacket. But yay, it's the year of the tiger. I hope you have a prosperous new year ahead. And let's go. I've got the goods. Here is a kiat. It's like this small, and then got a lemon as well. And from Chinese, chicharap, which is like chips, rice chips, I don't know. and then some Shanghai down there. My mom was actually going to cook Shanghai earlier, but then she got she got lazy and she said that I should just order. And anyway, she's going to be cooking noodles as well, so she's gonna be a little tired, so that's why it's fine. Let's just order lumpiang Shanghai. And yeah, she also braided my hair. Look at this. She's gonna be so mad because it's now a little bit messy because it's hot and I have a lot of baby hair, so okay, bye bye. Oh, I'm also wearing red, of course, and it's like a Mickey Mouse shirt.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh, my friends don't care about everything as long as you got a story to bring. We'll take you along, take you along, take you along to some other places. We try towards the other horizon, maybe to spend a couple hundred till we run out, till we run out, till we run out of paper and change. So tell me if I'm starting to think so recklessly, I may just write a letter home to say goodbye to everyone. And welcome to the show. Come and see the world in a different light and capture it with our own eyes. And take a risk and I just hope that I remember this, 'cause one day it is something I will miss. Oh, my friends think I'm a different kind, but there's nothing wrong with sharing my mind to everyone else. Everyone else, everyone else will think that it's weird, so maybe I might start keeping it clean and bear with the whole unusual feeling. I'll be alright, we'll be alright, we'll be alright for 2 or 3 days. But after all the conversations have died out, I'll play the music from the beginning, and then we all just sing it again. And welcome to the show. Come and see the world in a different light and capture it with our own eyes. And take a risk and I just hope that I remember this, 'cause one day it is something I will miss. Welcome to the show. Come and see the world in a different light and capture it with our own eyes. And take a risk and I just hope that I remember this, 'cause one day it is something I will miss.
Hello everyone, so I was actually editing the vlog today and I saw that the clip where I was discussing the books that I'm reading was actually cut. So I'll just discuss the books right now. So one of the books that I was reading is The Trials of Apollo, the 5th book, which is the last book, which is The Tower of Nero. So I haven't made much progress. I'm only like at the start of like chapter 2, and this is essentially about Apollo, who is banished from Olympus by Zeus, and then he lives life as a human teenager named Lester Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos? Anyway, he's Lester, and essentially in this series, they battle like old Roman emperors who became reincarnated, I believe. So yes, this is the last book. I know that I should have read this a long time ago because I own all of the like Heroes of Olympus series and then all of the books before this one. But I think after the fourth book, I was kind of really sad with one of the characters because like something bad happened to one of the characters, and so I procrastinated reading this, but I really should be able to read it now. Oh, and I also brought back the Jimin bookmark that a lot of people really like, the one that I made. So this is just cardboard that I like glued together, and it's a bunch of his funny faces. So yeah, that's the bookmark that I'm using now. Sorry if I can't say anything insightful about this book. I still haven't read it. And then I also have been reading a new manga, which is Chainsaw Man, which is essentially a very gory and very comedic manga. So essentially this story revolves around this boy who has a pet chainsaw devil. Sounds absurd and kind of weird, but I would be honest, it's quite cute. It's essentially a dog that has a chainsaw on top of its head. I'll put a picture here so you can visualize it. The story kicks off when this guy almost dies, and then the chainsaw devil merges with him, and then he became the Chainsaw Man. And then this association, or like this department that handles devils and stuff like that, they recruit him, basically forcing him to work for them. And yes, it's just such a funny manga because the motivation of the main character is so absurd and so weird, and also there's pretty gross events taking place, especially I think in volume 3 involving vomit. Can't really say much else, or else I will be spoiling you guys, but yes. And then obviously I'm still reading Han Kang's Human Acts, and I've actually reached the second part of the book, which is The Boy's Friend, I believe. Yeah, The Boy's Friend, 1980. And this one actually surprised me a lot. So Han Kang's writing is very brave and direct to the point. Han Kang doesn't stray from like saying what needs to be said. It's a very aggressive book. But it's really, really, really good and important to read about. And actually, after I've read the first chapter, I actually researched more about the Gwangju massacre and like the president who was assassinated and the president who succeeded him, and what happened to the labor laws and human rights and the constitution of South Korea at the time. And it's very gruesome, and I imagine it's really a difficult time, and yeah, in South Korea's history. And so it's very interesting, obviously very sensitive topics, but yeah, it's just so fascinating to me that stuff like that happens in other countries, and it's very similar to what happened in the Philippines as well. There are people who still worship the guy who became a dictator basically in the 70s. He was a president for a very long time, Ferdinand Marcos, and actually his son is now running for president as well. And believe it or not, a lot of people still would like to vote for him, and yeah, stuff like that needs to be in literature, because I guess if I've read about what happened in martial law, I would be swayed to not, to not vote for him. Obviously, I won't vote for him. I am in the side of like, I hate him, but some people really still worship the guy. So it's just fascinating to me that it also happens in other countries in a very similar pattern of events. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I haven't read a lot in this reading vlog. I hope that you still liked watching this video. Again, Happy New Year to everyone who celebrates Lunar New Year. I hope you have a prosperous year ahead. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and bye bye.
Well, my friends don't care about everything as long as you got a story to bring. We'll take you along, take you along, take you along to some other places. We drive towards the other